the situation where I think a lot of people feel like World of Warcraft has got to entertain them all the time. Now, World of Warcraft charges a subscription fee, so there certainly are some expectations being set there. But I think it leads to those situations where, you know, you have some fun, and then you no longer have fun, and it's like, okay, well, now it's time for resentment and anger. Whereas for my situation, like, I go in, I have my fun, and then I do something else. And then whenever new things come in that are fun, that are engaging to me, I come back and I have a nice time, and it's great. So if World of Warcraft has got a pressure to always be your every game, the game that you just play, and that is it. You don't need to think about any other game in the universe. I mean, if that's what WoW's gotta be, then it's a losing battle. Yeah. Because then you've got to stretch gearing out to be the infinite Titan Forging and all that stuff, and then things have got to be way more grindy feeling and all of that jazz. So it's like, I'm trying to work out how to just get this or advocate for this community position of saying, don't play World of Warcraft. You don't need to. And for that to be not received in a, oh, look, that guy's flaming Blizzard. He's a hater. He hates my passion and my hobby, and this is a personal attack against my identity. No, it's actually saying that in a constructive and positive way, where it's saying that if you actually just take World of Warcraft for what it is, enjoy the bits that you want to enjoy, have a good time, and just leave it at that, then so much less pressure is put on World of Warcraft to always be able to entertain you every single time. And it's just that thing where, you know, in the past, it could kind of do that, because for many people it would take 6 months to level up a character and, you know, they would come home from school. They did not have all that jazz in their life. So yeah, you could kind of have this infinite World of Warcraft game playing experience. I'm really glad that still exists to a degree with Classic right now. But I think that whenever that expectation then is trying, you know, whenever people try to carry that forward to the modern game, doesn't always work out super well, because our characters are already leveled, and leveling is a short thing now, and now it's all end game. Whereas imagine WoW Classic, where you could level up to 60 in a single sitting. What would happen is so many people would, bam, they're level 60, and then like, where's the content? What am I going to do? And, you know, it turns out World of Warcraft could last so bloody long for so many people because it took a bloody long time to do anything. Yeah. And your goals were pretty short and simple. And the end game, I mean, the end game was more simple, and it wasn't necessarily short, because the rate of gear acquisition and the sort of, well, the pre-Wrath Nax, so, you know, TBC era, that was all, you know, less than it is now. So there's a thing there. I don't really know how to solve it, because, you know, I think that the way for Blizzard to solve this is basically just to make World of Warcraft way more take it or leave it. Yeah. And I could totally see how that would be a spooky thing to try to sell to, you know, I'm imagining, you know, imagine like Ian trying to advocate that to Jab, and then Jab being like, okay, hello, everyone. I know that there's probably a level of devolvement where Bobby doesn't have a clue what Jab's doing. But, you know, just that thing of saying, hey, so our bold new game design for World of Warcraft is that you don't have to play it if you're done with a bit that you like. But we're going to hope that you like the other bits. Because that, I think, is the key to making a modern World of Warcraft in a really good, sort of positive way that doesn't breed a lot of the negative feelings that I think really just get inserted into the community. And I think those feelings, they kind of come up because it's like Torghast isn't there. It's just the thing, you know, go do, enjoy it. It's its own thing and it's awesome. And we've entirely optimized the Torghast experience to be the Torghast experience. Where it's like, nope, Jimmy the Raider is going to Torghast to get his Soul Ash. He doesn't want to be there, but he needs a Soul Ash. Now he has resentment. Or, you know, oh, yeah, Jill's in the mod. Does she want to be there? No. Does she think she needs sockets? Yes. It's like, that's this thing of, you know, do it and have it all tied together like that. But I just feel like if there's a situation where it's like, I as a raider can go in, do my raiding, pretty much uninhibited by mandatory content, And then, because there's no mandatory content and my player progression is not tied into other things, that's surely going to mean that the other things in the game will be better. And better for the audiences who actually would appreciate them. That's a lot of my thoughts on this situation. And I wish we could move a bit more in that direction. It does just start to make me think, why do we have renown? Why do we have all of these things? Why don't we just... have the theme and the characters and the experience and the fantasy? Why don't we have that be the glue that ties all of these things together, rather than necessarily all of the mechanics and you feeling like to do this one thing, you got to do a bit of this, and this. And maybe, you could finish your raid, you're done. And maybe you leave and you do something else until the next raid. Or maybe there's just another part of the game you haven't touched, you go and do it. And, you haven't been forced to have the sampler, to do the sampler version of that to get a bit of player power for your raid. So that would mean you don't have any negative emotions towards it, and you're going to enjoy it more. So it is a weird thing of, that would be a really, I think, a hard, spooky thing for them to do. But also the point that led to that is one of trying to advocate for people working out a way, like, if you want to play World of Warcraft, and you're actually enjoying bits of the WoW that you play, but you're actually finding that it's manifesting all of these negative emotions in you, then goddamn, that's something we've got to solve. And I think the way to solve that is, just say, more conduits and more sockets, fuck off. Do your raid, do your Mythic Plus, enjoy the hell out of them, because they're actually really quite well designed and pretty damn fun. Not pretty damn fun, they're very well designed and very fun. WoW boss fights are very awesome. It's just trying to work out a way where you can go do that and kind of not trip yourself up over everything else that's going on. And I would then say also Blizzard maybe supporting that a little bit better.
Yeah, they certainly... it's a problem with player expectation, I think, especially when it comes to mono gamers, where people are trying to play just World of Warcraft all the time, but the content doesn't super support them, but they see it does support some. So like, why I want to play this game a lot, but there's nothing for me to do. How's everyone else doing it? I think there's a little bit of that, because you see like prevalent streamers who play the game 8 hours a day are like, what the hell are you doing? But it's them enjoying like the content they enjoy. So it's like, it's really hard for Blizzard to, I think, actually get that expectation across, especially because they're looking at the MAUs, the DAUs, they're looking at like playtime for metrics, and they just see these things going up, but they don't have a player experience metric. They need like a player experience index where they monitor your emotions as you're playing, and you're like, when people log out, like, a little like rate your World of Warcraft experience out of 5 stars every time you log out.